That's right, everyone. There's a funky new tune. New year, new us. We're back. Season 3 of the Glass Cage podcast. I'm JH.
And I'm George.
And we might come up with a different tune for the next one, but
we just keep fiddling, keep playing.
It's a good tune. I like that tune. It's very 80s.
Yeah, I do. I have a very soft spot for that. It plays right into it. Feels like Magnum PI or something.
Yeah. So we're back, guys. We do apologise for how long it's been. It's been a few months between drinks.
Yeah, a little while.
So we obviously did try and plan to do a podcast between Summers as one and Christmas, but that didn't work out. We got a bit busy in between there with seed grading and stuff like that, and just didn't happen. Cleaning up, everything like that. Yeah. We then had Christmas, so we had Christmas together. We had a comedy Christmas this year. How was everyone's Christmas? I hope you had a good Christmas and a safe Christmas.
Yeah, already planning the next one. It's been that long.
Yeah, it does. It feels like that. And you and I had on the beers, and we're talking. Right, we're gonna get one out between Christmas and New Year's. Well, record one.
Yeah.
Between Boxing Day and New Year's. So then in the new year we could just come back and get into it.
Hit it, ground rolling.
And then we woke up on Boxing Day to 2 fires.
Yeah, that was a bit ordinary.
So I'm sure most of you would probably know that there was some fires here in Esperance on a Boxing Day, and we were both at that. So we were there for a couple of days actually. So
yeah, got quite busy.
Very very busy, and as you can imagine, there was no time to record a podcast.
Yeah,
in between that,
motivation was lacking.
It was very very lacking, as I'm sure you guys would all understand.
Yeah,
and then we were like. Well, I went on holidays in January for 2 weeks. I went down to Starvo's with the kids for swimming lessons. Got back for a week, and I was still getting back into it. And then you were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't doing swimming lessons.
No, you were over in Queensland.
Yep, dodging cyclones.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Love it.
Yeah. No, it'd be. I wish we were dodging cyclones over here.
I wouldn't mind if there was just a little bit of wet stuff.
Yeah. No, we're very dry.
Yeah,
very dry. I think we've had 5 meals for the year. So
yeah, I haven't kept count, but I mean, I don't think
that.
you'd need 2 hands.
No. So it's now middle of February, and we're doing a podcast.
Just getting ready for seeding again.
Yeah, so. I feel like Hamish and Andy, they have this podcast mandated break by the government, so we'll just claim that happened to us.
Yeah, sure.
We were let off early.
Yeah, we're in the same league, guys. Definitely in the same league.
Now, talking about the same league, those who are on YouTube would notice that this has not got any video to it. We've decided to drop the video out. Just gets a bit too much work for myself, just trying to edit the podcast, and then I got to edit the video for the podcast, and then I have to watch it all. It takes up about 3 to 4 hours of my time.
I don't know how you can watch us talk, and I don't know how everyone else can watch us talk. But you have to watch us 3 times.
Yeah, I know, and all you do is just rock up, talk, and leave, and that's it.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty.
You got the good job.
It's a pretty sweet gig, really.
So look, we've dropped the video. So I do apologise to anybody who was watching us, but.
I just put one of the other videos on mute in the background. And
it'll be it's exact same.
Yeah, same.
So, we will bring the video back if we get sponsored. But at the moment, this is just a hobby that we enjoy. So.
Yeah. For the moment. Yeah. Got big plans, do we?
Not really. All right. Well, let's get into it. This is meant to be our harvest debrief in February.
Yeah.
So we've had time to think.
It is a bit difficult to remember exactly what happened with the harvest. So it's and also to remember our predictions, our yield predictions.
Yes. Yeah. Well, do we start with that?
Yeah. Well, I did try to bring it up so we could clip and go through, but we did tend to waffle on a little bit.
We're just chatting for too long.
I'll say we. It was me.
It was you. I said straight out what my yields were going to be.
Yeah. So I think in summation, I was hoping for 1 ton average on canola,
Yeah.
2.5 to 3 ton on wheat.
Yep.
I was very wrong on the wheat. That was way out.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, a bad way.
Oh,
Always a bad
no.
way. Nah, it was. I think we were 2.2, 2.3 overall.
Yeah. I mean, given the year and then also the spread.
Yeah, yeah. That was.
That's...
Yeah, it was a bit of an upsy downy one, but
Yeah.
canola was a happy surprise, and that was like 1.2 or 1.4.
Oh, very
somewhere
nice.
in between.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had some very odd year that you're harvesting canola that is yielding more than your wheat by a significant amount.
Yep.
In some instances, but yeah, no, it was. Yeah, when you go, what did it average? And you can just say, oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Across the board, that was what all the crops did.
Yeah, yeah,
So, yeah. And yourself?
So my prediction for canola was 800.
Yep.
We had very sporadic looking canola, and we had a lot of blackleg for a dry year. A scary amount of blackleg, so I do worry for a wet year now. But
Yep.
we'll see how that goes. We might do some fungicide sprays. We've never done like a Prosaro spray over our canola for blackleg or anything like that. So that's something I'm going to look into this year.
Yep.
But yes, no, like you, canola was a surprise. I had no expectation for it, and it went 1.1. So it was unbelievable. Our best was Renegade, actually, the variety that we tried. So that was very pleasant to see. The barley, which I said in our episode was going to be our breadwinner, and it was. We did 3 ton on that, so that was amazing. And then our wheat, I was worried that I'd burnt it a bit too much with nitrogen. I put too much nitrogen in, and we had the dry finish.
Yep.
And I was aiming for the 3 ton, even though it was a crap year, and I ended up going 2.4, 2.5.
Yeah.
So all in all, a fantastic year.
Yeah.
So that's an average. That's average yield for wheat for me.
Yep.
And above average for both canola and barley. So
good result. It's,
considering the 175 mils of rain for the year, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know how we did it, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it went all right. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we could take away from last year other than just need more rainfall.
Yeah.
But I keep looking back at the decisions that we made and go around in circles if we hadn't, what we could have done better.
That's it, yeah.
And I look at our canola results, and water use efficiency on some of the canola was fairly awesome.
It shouldn't do it though.
It should, by textbook learning and everything, it shouldn't do it. But like the paddock that's out in front was doubling the yield of the paddock that's just over from the valley. Yeah. So putting that down to varietal choice and they were sown within the same day.
Yeah.
All this sort of stuff.
Yep.
You go through all the decision tree and you think, was it luck? How did that result in that? But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'd take away from this harvest other than just, I don't know, take the clothes off and do more rain dances.
Yeah, I mean, it's you look back and I mean, you wouldn't change anything. At the time, it was the exact right decision. The decision that you make is obviously an educated one at the time. One for me is. I took on grain marketing this year for the first year.
Yep.
And Dad said, whenever you lock in something, so you're locking in barley at 380, write it down.
Yeah.
Why did you lock it in at that date, and why? What was the reason? The market was fluctuating. It looks like it was going to drop. So then when it comes back, not that this happened, but when it comes back, maybe with the canola. So canola years ago, you know how canola went, people were locking in at 600 because it was the 95th percentile.
Yeah.
And they were hedging their beets, and then it went to 1,000.
Yeah.
So, but at the time, people were like, right, well, I've made a crap decision, but you didn't. You made the best decision at the time.
Yeah.
The 95th percentile for canola in years, and then it blew out of the water and went to $1,000. Yeah, you lost out on money, but you're actually still in the 95th percentile.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's something you've always got to look back on when why didn't I start seeding earlier? Or why didn't I spray earlier? Or why did I not do that?
Yeah.
At the time, it was we did all the right things, and the rain fell when it did and didn't. But
yeah,
I think the lucky thing was we missed frost last year.
Yeah. I don't know if we would have been able to handle having both.
The wheat belt guys seem to somehow manage it.
Yeah. Oh, but we're just a little bit softer around the edges down here. A little bit more fragile.
So you were obviously a header driver. I was a guy on the ground.
Lucked out. Another year.
Another year in the header.
Yeah, another year lucking out.
So any major breakdowns or anything, major go wrong? No front fell off the header and you drove over it, or
nothing from the header perspective. I'm just trying to think what we had a couple of little things go on the other header, but nothing like a hand grenade going off in the middle of the machine and standing there scratching your head going, how are we actually going to get through the year? That did happen to one of the chaser bins.
Yes, yep.
But that was about it. No wheels fell off. We were pretty lucky.
No, that's good.
Bit of a tight ship this year when the wheels don't fall off. So.
We were fairly good. We did have, and if he's listening, he's going to be cringing, but he got onto the header for the first day. Old Summers. Old Hit a Rock. Hit a rock on his first day, and in the canola, and it was bad. That took about 3 to 4 hours of bending and trying to get it back. If it was the old fronts, it wouldn't have mattered, but because we're a flex front, even though we run it in rigid formation, the backbones of them are just so soft, as you and she bent it.
Yeah,
boy, did she bent. So that was a reoccurring issue throughout harvest. But
the front or the
driver
hit a rock.
No, the front. Like every now and then, like if you put it on the comb trailer, it would bend back up.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. Yeah,
you'd have to hit it back down and things like that. But no, I think that was sort of our major breakdown. I mean, it was. I can't really think of anything else really. It was all the field bins went all right. No augers were exploding.
That's good.
No jousting happened with augers. Yeah. Just nice. We have had that in previous years, and
really, really don't like sword fighting.
No, it's not good. For those who don't know what we're talking about, it's when a auger of a chaser bin will hit an auger of a header, or just your auger in the field bin,
or other augers, just
augers in general.
It can happen. Tucked away augers on behind the header. And the header turns, the combine.
That's another thing.
There we go. So it turns too fast or turns at the wrong spot and swipes it with the back end.
Yeah. So that's one thing I got on YouTube, because I call it a header and a front, whereas obviously it's a combine and a header.
Yeah.
So I think that took a lot of people, a lot of getting used to. Yeah. But this was the big one. Why do we have field bins without lids?
Because we're poor.
What about when it rains and all this, and
it's got a hole at the bottom?
Yeah. So that was the big question I always got.
Yeah.
On YouTube was why don't you have lids? And then essentially it's like, well, rain doesn't affect the grain once it's in the bin.
Nah, it's fine.
It will. You'd need a huge amount of rain to bring up the moisture of grain.
Oh yeah, and even then, you just go and move it. Like the next day, go and move it.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We move it from bin to bin the next day. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but also it gives guys a job on a wet day to do.
Yeah, and at least they can fill the damn things.
Yeah.
If you've got lids on them. We've got a couple with lids.
You can't fill them. Yeah.
You can't fill them. What's the point you're paying extra, you're getting less storage. It just doesn't make sense.
You've got an 80-ton field bin, you can put 65 to maybe 70 ton in.
Yeah. Just fill it with no lid. Happy days. Off you go.
So there you go. Anyone who's wondering, that's the answer.
Yeah.
The other one I got, because we've got all these field bins.
Yeah.
Why don't you just have a mother bin?
Well, again, because we're poor. Mother bins are the most expensive for dollars per ton storage. It is.
Yeah, they are.
It is the most unnecessary cost.
Also, In the morning, what's your moisture?
Oh, yeah.
At lunchtime, what's your moisture?
Yeah.
3 o'clock, what's your moisture? 7 o'clock, what's your moisture?
Yeah, no. We've got a running table of the different bins and
Oh, exactly.
moistures
So
for
our
blending.
moisture changes from in the morning to being really high to maybe deliverable by lunchtime.
Yeah.
It gets deliverable, under deliverable by 2 o'clock. And as soon as the sea breeze comes in at 5 to 7 o'clock, it's back up to being wet again.
Yeah.
So we always, this number bin to that number bin is your wet grain. That one's your dry grain. This one is only just deliverable.
Yeah.
And you can blend it out. And when you've got a 350-ton mother bin with all of that in there,
unless
it's not going to work.
I reckon there's two extremes. I know that there's quite a few mother bins that are a bit further south, and they've got dryers, like really good Alvin Blanche setups.
Yeah.
And, like the neighbours have got an Alvin Blanche that's set up in a shed.
Yeah. Yep.
And everything goes through. They very very rarely.
Yeah.
It's
they
like,
don't deliver straight to CBH.
What do you mean it's dry?
Yeah.
Okay. Bring the trucks in. Let's go.
Yeah.
Or you're way up in the dry country and you're just filling the thing all the time with dry grain.
Yeah. Oh, well, they don't know what a moisture meter is up in the wheat belt. So.
Yeah, well, it's a mystical machine that lives in the CBH hub.
What are you checking the moisture for?
Just in case it's too dry and we're losing out on weight.
Yeah. Well, they should be wetting now. Yeah, delivering 9%. It's not worth it, boys.
Yeah.
Wet it up. Get some weight into it.
We'll switch. But it's no. Well, I've been asked the same question, and then when I said, so we can do moisture management, I was like, oh, well, you could just get multiple mother bins.
See, there is a farmer around who does that, but they're damn near corporate. They're not, but they've got
very large scale.
Very large scale. They've got 4 to 6 headers, I think, and then they they just go for it. So they will have a wet mother bin. They have a dry mother bin, and then they've got a blendable, or just deliverable. So they do what we do with fill bins, but at a much higher capacity because they've got the bigger headers. They've got more.
Yeah. Different scale altogether.
100%. So for us, it's not worth it.
Yeah, we're not fancy, but we're cheap.
The 100 tonners though, they're nearly close. I guess you could say to a that's the closest we all get to a mother bin.
Yeah.
I did like that. That was you've had them for a while. That's my first year with it.
Yeah, we're up to number 3 now.
Yeah, no, I loved it. That was
we feed into it as well. We feed into them with the little bins, so then we can.
You guys said that to me, and then I was like, "Oh, we might need to do this." And then both of our chaser bins can fill it dead full from the center.
Yeah, we've got one that's got the short auger.
Yeah, so I was like, there's like over 100 ton in here as it's leaking over the sides.
Yeah,
we don't need that.
But we chuck the long 50-footer straight into the center, and then
the
chaser bins can just burn straight past, drop it into the hopper.
Yeah,
off it goes.
Yeah, yep.
Also gives us a bit of a buffer sometimes.
Yeah,
bits and pieces.
Yep.
But everyone's unique. Everyone's got a different system.
No, that's
It's always good to go and drive through someone's farm in the middle of harvest and see how they set up their fill bins or their mother bins and their grain
Not
handling.
when it's a fire. That's normally when we're
No. Don't stop and go, oh, that's an interesting way of doing that. Have a look around here. Go and do that job, and then afterwards maybe just ticky tour back through.
Yeah.
But it's we'll go and see on YouTube. Half the people have got different bits, pointing 2 bins and 2 augers to one point.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, well, I mean, we used to have our fill bins with a gap in between so chasers could go in, but then longer's got auger.
Yeah.
Longer's got auger.
Wow.
Auger's got longer.
That's a good spoonerism. Longer's got auger.
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah. Good. Auger's got longer.
Yes. And then we could just push them all together. So they're all touching, and it's a lot easier for, filling and just maintaining. And
Yeah.
But so one thing we always normally use is grain bags.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did our bit for the environment this year.
You didn't use any, did you?
None.
See, I put 5 down.
Well, that's a good effort.
But we normally would go through anywhere from 17 to 30.
Yeah, yep. I think we've got 15 still in the shed.
Yeah, I've got 20 still in the shed.
Yeah. And that was with a cutback order too. So
yeah. So for those who don't know, we use grain bags or sausage bags, whatever you want to call them, silo bags.
Yeah.
The white things in the field.
Yeah, sometimes black if you get it the wrong way around.
Yeah, I was going for the heating effect.
Yeah.
So that's a way of us managing grain storage and essentially being able to keep harvest.
Yeah, and same. We have got 2 bagging machines, and in the past, like when we're talking about moisture management, we've often had 2 baggers going.
Yeah,
one that's dry, one that's wet.
Yep.
Just so you can keep that going.
Yeah.
As well as the bins.
Yep.
But yeah, we didn't drop one this year. We just kept the trucks running. We've got our own truck, and so our own truck could keep up.
Yep.
As well as having the contractor come in, we just make sure that we had enough grain for him.
Yeah, no, our contractor basically kept up the whole time, and then obviously there was the occasional points that he didn't.
Yeah,
but it was more we'd put this bag down, so I was like, oh, okay, well now we've got to have a wet bag. So
yeah,
but I don't think we actually did any wet bags. They were all dry. They were all deliverable, which was insane,
unique.
Yeah, but seed bags was one, so we had 2 bags for seed.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. I'm trying to think how we did ours. We just used our truck and dropped it straight into the silos.
Yeah.
The silos, not the field bins. The actual big Moylan silo storage, grain storage bins. Sealable with lids.
Yes, yeah. Meant to be able to, proper sealable. Meant to be able to seal them with, not phosphorus.
Phostoxin, fumigate them.
Yeah. So there was one thing that happened during harvest.
There was quite a few things.
We came down and gave you a hand.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was good. That was like a shot in the arm. Came down to the old lease block and got us over the line pretty quick there, which was good.
Yeah, well, we should have. You guys sent us home. And you guys came back to your home block. It's only 350 hectares to go. Yeah. And then it rained and rained. I felt so bad. I was like, oh, man, we should have just, guys, we'll come up to yours and we'll finish it off with you. Like,
it was all good in the end. Yeah. Like, I just didn't want to send you into, there's some gnarly stuff out the back there. And it was the first time in 2 years that I've bent my header front. And I didn't bend it badly. I just didn't have a big enough sledgehammer with me to fix it in the paddock. And I not joking. There was my run, and Rigby was coming up the other side of the other run, and that was it for the paddock for the
season.
Yeah, that was like there was maybe one tiny little piece out the back, and then we were. This is over at Sousse, and then then we had to come back over here. So and then it rained, so we had plenty of time to straighten it out. But it was not a big job, but it was just one of those ones that I'm sitting there in the middle of the paddock, and I'm just going, you joking. I was ropeable.
Yeah. So we finished harvest and then we got on the beers and then we came down and offered the help. You guys said no until I was very, very like, no, we'll come down, we'll give you a hand.
Yeah.
Because there was rain on the horizon.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just handout or anything like that, just explaining why we came down. Like you guys guys have come and helped us in the past. And it's a forward and back,
Yeah, no, it works out well. It's a pretty amazing thing when you can just double your harvest capacity like that.
Yeah, in a day.
Bang. Now we've got 400 hectares of canola done. Like the last little bit of canola, just get that finished off was awesome. It's always one that like with the extra lease block and stuff, you're like, we're under the pump.
Yep.
It does add a fair bit with logistics, like doubling that, but it also then means that like the trucks just kept up and they just hammered away and got it away.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome having jumping in, traded with Henry for like a lap or two in the canola. Had a bit of a demo run with the front. Which was pretty cool. Don't think we're quite going to trade them out yet.
I mean,
I want to wait maybe a generation.
Yeah, they're very good for canola, but then when you guys are doing strippers for your cereals, it's a lot of money for just your canola program.
Yeah, I think the thing that held us up the most in our canola wasn't the fronts, it was variety. And
yes, yeah.
Like when we had, it was a pretty good example over in that one paddock. We had, I think, 5 varieties because it was least what that we picked up right at the end. It was like, what seed can we get?
Yeah.
And so we had Podguard, we had True Flex, Roundup Readies of all sorts.
You had one that you're never ever growing again.
Eagle, definitely not. No, that
for anyone listening, don't grow Eagle.
Well, no, grow it. So then there's more other varieties for us. No, I've heard multiple reports from guys around that it has been their best performer, but it has been difficult to harvest. But for us, it was neither.
Yeah,
it was. No, it was not our best performer.
So that's
and it was very difficult to harvest.
From New Seed. Is it Trident or Telfer? Yeah. No, Telfer was an old
Telfer
variety.
was very old.
Oh, no, it must be
How
Trident.
many greys you got up there? Telfer.
I remember the old Telfer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I think it's Trident from New Farm.
Yeah, it's the same.
I can't remember. Anyway, it started with a T.
Eagle, emu, condor.
But that was very hard to harvest. Wouldn't got very fluffy, but yielded.
Yeah. This So having all the varieties and the 2 different header fronts, it was like we just see as you pull into it with a variety locator. Oh yeah, that header's doing 2 or 3 k's an hour slower. Okay, why is that? It's the variety, and then we all get into the other variety and we're just tearing away.
Yep.
But yeah, no, very impressive fronts. I love the big cross auger.
That was a plus. Yeah,
I do love the
slip clutch doesn't go off as well compared to like the old fronts.
The old harvesting canola, are we?
Reverse.
But we did get to jump in the X9 demo that was over at Mungie.
Oh yes, yeah.
In wheat, not canola, unfortunately. With the
it's probably doing 1,000 k's an hour.
Oh, it was keeping up with the classes. I wouldn't say that it was outrunning them because I don't think. Yeah, no, they were all just level pegging.
Yeah,
but no, the front, looking at it with the retractable fingers and the big cross auger. Like that. It's got to be a matter of months until someone is just bringing out cross augers with retractable fingers in them. Yeah, it can't be that long. They'll look and go,
Felsy's got to be,
we'll do that.
Getting into that.
I have to be.
I mean, if you've got the turbo drum or typhoon drum,
build the whole thing up. There's a whole market of people ready for it.
Yeah, you're willing and able.
Yeah. Park in a bunch of 640Ds over there, pick them up nice and cheap at auction, and then just retrofit them with that drum, and I reckon you'd be away.
Yeah. Yep. Now, I suppose that's harvest. That was.
Yeah.
Anything else to report from harvest?
If anyone wants to buy a Wildcat chaser bin,
DM us.
Yeah,
send us into the pod.
Yep, there's one that I'd like to see the tail end of, but we'll fix it up. All right.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that with our Grain King, but again, it's not the year.
Yeah,
they're always the last thing. It's like loaders,
Yeah.
They stay forever, unfortunately.
And you just don't get rid of them. You just keep them until you just buy a new one.
Yeah.
But
so what are you up to now? It's now middle of February. What's going on? Obviously no spray. Well, you said you were spot spraying.
Yeah, it's just going out patching out some little bits and pieces.
In
a 616R.
Oh, he's in the new boom spray, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yep. Went to Mother Deer and said yes. I'll have one of those.
Yes, please.
Yep. There's it's so far 1 tank in, good machine.
1 tank in. Unfortunately, as we've mentioned, there's been no rain, so you can't go and use it. You're going to be like crush time seeding.
Yeah,
if we don't get a cyclone.
Yeah, we could have something, but it'll be hard pressed to be doing anything until first knock.
Yeah, Henry's gone out and done. I think it's about 150 hectares.
Yep.
Just gone and spot sprayed. Things in the sand mostly.
Yeah, fleabane, melons.
Yeah, stuff. Melons and a bit of wireweed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You mean paddock spaghetti?
Yeah.
You need some cows. They love it.
No.
See them hanging it out of their mouth. Walking along.
I enjoy my weekends.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could just have a couple of cows.
No, I'm good. But yeah, well, what are we up to? We're doing gypsum.
Yep.
Spreading some gypsum. We'll get some lime whenever that arrives.
Yeah, Rog. Yep.
We're building a road, so we're just upgrading our track network.
It's always good. Yeah, good time to get it done.
Yeah. We obviously none of us got to do this last year because of the way the year, dragged on with harvest and how wet it was.
Yeah, holidays seem to have been a thing this year.
Yes, we all got holidays. We've all enjoyed it. Had time off.
Yeah.
But today we were wrestling with a damn loader tyre. So the old Louis Gong unfortunately exploded a tyre. Yeah. And we've got to get it off. But we've had this since 2008, so it's 16 years.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
Hasn't been off.
No, the tyres haven't been off, and it's our fertiliser loader.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, that's welded to it now.
It is. And so the front wheels, both front wheels have, it's all rusted on the inside. As you can imagine, we try and keep our gear pretty clean, but you can't, it's fert. The back wheels, like they're in a showroom. Yeah. Hasn't got a drop of rust on there, obviously, because you're pushing up your rear or...
Yeah, you're in it all the time.
You're always in it. And we did everything today to try and get this thing to budge. Couldn't even get it to move a mill.
Yeah.
So hopefully ECTM are coming out on Friday and hopefully they can do it on the machine.
Yeah.
Normally they got their big truck, but that's getting fixed. So they've got a little ute. So I'm hoping I really hope this guy gets out here and he knows exactly how to manipulate a tyre on and off there because, my goodness.
It'll be fine. You'll work it out. It should be a bit better than the last time we had one like that. We just had to cut the axle. Put a new axle on.
Just weld a new axle on. Yeah, she's fine.
It wasn't on a loader. That was on another chaser bin. But,
that was the wheelie bin?
Yeah, wheelie bin. Yeah. Still got that axle with the rim attached to it. You just all in one go.
One
piece.
Just 16 years of fertiliser and rust.
Yeah, that'll do it. I have heard of like different ways. You go down the YouTube rabbit hole and people are like, use acetone and ATF, like automatic transmission fluid, mixed together 50-50. Done all sorts of penetration tests and bits and pieces.
Yeah, yep.
I've tried it on a couple things, and unless it's a screw, I don't know, about the size of your little finger.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get... I don't know how much ATF you'd need to bathe a loader tyre in.
Yeah. Just like the guys that use like their ice stuff and then... I don't know how you're supposed to get that to work, but...
Freeze it off, freeze it back.
Burn the whole thing to the ground, claim insurance. If it unfortunately burns down, this did not happen on the podcast. Redacted.
You can edit this out, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll leave it in.
Let it roll.
Let the insurance guys work for it.
You got to listen to a half hour of waffling.
Yeah, they'll never find it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's safe as houses.
And we don't have video evidence anymore.
No, that's it. This is good.
Yeah. So, what do you reckon? We leave it there?
Yeah, I've got to get up in the morning and do some more cattle work. So.
It's only 7:30.
No, it's going to be a 6 o'clock start so we can beat the 37-degree weather.
Yeah, the heat wave we've been having at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
No.
We'll reach out, guys. Yeah. We didn't get a single voice note during harvest.
Yeah, I've heard lots of people saying stuff.
Nothing to come through, nothing to play on the pod. The only question that was ever asked was the field bins.
Yeah.
And that. So we addressed that one question.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that people just listen to us.
Although, since we have started this podcast, so 24th of July was the official start date, we have not had a day of 0 listens.
That's pretty good.
It's very good. Everyone's still listening.
Must be some very bored people.
Scraping the bottle of barrel on their boom sprays.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah,
that's our target audience, the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Good.
What can I listen to? I don't want to listen to that again. What's this? What are these guys doing?
What's his hashtag, Hamish and Andy? Who are these?
Oh no, very good. Oh well, we'll talk something new in the next podcast.
Yeah, couple bits and pieces.
The big question we always get is how do you start a farm when you're not a farmer? And you've got someone lined up for that.
Yeah, I've got. I'll line him up even a lot closer.
So we will get that one on this season.
Roger.
We'll have that happen so that we do that get that question a lot. So that's one we do want to answer on a specific pod.
Yep. Twist his arm, get him in here.
Yeah, a few beers, he'll be fine. There's no video anymore, so people don't need to be scared. So
yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.